Hi everybody, Anthony Raymond Mahalski here from Callisti Publishing, here to ask you a couple of questions and maybe introduce you to something new and really exciting. But first, let me ask you, do you like the books of Carlos Castaneda? How about Richard Bach? How about our most recent books by John Filoni, the Covenant Secret and The Toll Booth? Listen, if you like them, you're going to love this book that we just published called The Butterfly's Apprentice, A Power Spell. This is really a wonderful book, and if you like those kinds of stories that are inspirational with a great message, with a lot of information, you're really, really going to love this book. It's written by a fellow named Ruben Perez. Fantastic guy, really wonderful author with a great style. And he wrote this book many years ago, and when he brought it to my attention, it helped me. I read this book and I just wrote an article about how I stopped worrying. This book helped me stop worrying about a lot of things, just because of its overall message, its theme, and what's in it. And so Mr. Perez, he has this book, The Butterfly's Apprentice, and as he says, it's a modern day tale of universal wisdom and spiritual discovery. And it follows a young girl, a young woman, to be precise, who's a school teacher. And she's questioning things. She's looking at the world differently. And then one day, she gets a new neighbor. And then the fun begins. Let me read you a few passages from this, and I think you'll get an idea of what we're talking about. Here it is, Chapter 1. The turning doorknob, the little girl, the glowing light outside the window, and then the alarm. The Earth's revolution delivered magnificent light rays from the glimmering sun. Their alchemistic properties transformed the night sky into the brilliant blue every morning agrees to. The other colors that announce morning's arrival followed. Saturday was her favorite day of the week because it was the one day she could completely devote to herself. But this morning, Gabrielle was thinking of an old enemy. This morning, she was thinking of brain tumors. Okay, and it goes on from there. And here's a great conversation that's in the book when Gabrielle's talking to her new neighbor. Following his every word, Gabrielle agreed with Chris. Chris is the new neighbor, nodding yes again. Chris continued, "So, where is man headed to?" "Well, he becomes a little taller and less complex until he eventually goes back to nothing." "Are you saying that humanity will continue to evolve to the point of extinction? Is that what you mean by going back to nothing?" asked Gabrielle. Chris replied, "Going back to nothing does not refer to man becoming extinct. Back to nothing means that man reunites with all that brought him forth. The drop of water returning to the ocean. The thing that does not need physical matter in order to exist. The no thing." A lot of Zen influence here, as you'll see when you read it. Really, really good. Here's another part of a conversation that comes later on. Gabrielle then asked, how does someone become a servant to humanity? Someone becomes a servant to humanity in their soul. The heart then sends those vibrations to the mind. The mind gives birth to thoughts. These thoughts guide and lead a person into an area in their life where they'll begin to sincerely want to help people. That inspiration may manifest itself into a longing to donate money to worthy causes, volunteer time, or choose a line of work that, in the end, benefits all of humanity. These types of activities lead to spiritual gratification. And spiritual gratification is the most important type of gratification. to a servant of humanity. And let me add, helping others is one of the many ways to enhance one's own spiritual evolution. So you see, just with those three little snippets, it's a really cool book, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. So if you would, you could visit the butterfliesapprentice.com, lead you right to the book. And as always, I want you to remember to readkp.com, because when you read a book by Callisti Publishing, you're going to be inspired, you're going to be empowered, and you're going to do a lot of great things. Thank you very much. All the best. Bye-bye.